Good morning. What's happening? And welcome to, I think it's still in Colorado. This is the Del Monte Escalante, some kind of wilderness area. Dominguez, I don't know. It's some kind of wilderness area. I'm maybe put it down here at the bottom. I'm just getting up and at 'em kind of this morning, and it's a little bit cold. It's not so much the temperature as much as it is the wind blowing through here. Fixing to make some coffee, and then we're gonna go on a little journey. Yeah, I figure I'd take you guys with me. I've got to go back over to Moab for Cruise Moab, which is a big Toyota Land Cruiser thing that's in Moab, and it's probably about a 2-hour drive the short way. Take the long way though. I'm gonna go through some remote wilderness areas, come in the south side of Moab there, so it should be pretty cool, should be pretty scenic. I did a similar trip, if you haven't checked it out already, for 420. I went from Moab to Colorado. That was kind of on the north end. This is going to be more around the 𝐿aSalle Mountains, I believe. I don't really know. Riding down a scenic highway called 141, which is supposedly one of the prettiest highways in the U.S. And I'm going to ride down that, and then I'm going to hook up to the back roads, and then we're going to spend the night in the wilderness, then get into southern Moab probably tomorrow. That's the current situation. Let's go ahead and make some coffee. Why? Every morning I have to deal with this thing. I don't know what the deal is, but first of all, it only makes like 2.5 of these cups. Second of all, whenever you put this thing in, it doesn't want to compress right. See what I mean? See how it's sticking halfway up now? And if you force it down, shit comes out the side. I thought it was good at first when I got it, because it's an all-in-one French press thing. Trash. I wish I'd have spent the $4.99 and just got the top to my percolator. Good thing I kept it. When I get back to Moab, I'm gonna go by the gear guys and get another percolator top. Problem number 2 for this morning, heavy whipping cream after going on these bumpy roads turned into whipped cream. So you gotta work with it. There we go. A little dollop to you. Shit look like sour cream coming out. No, really, we're off to a good start though. It's good. It's real good. Yeah, not bad at all. I got a lump of questionable heavy whipping cream floating around my coffee, in which I'm not going to get to enjoy the whole pot. It's good. Hey, but look at the scenery though. Huh? You can't have better scenery than that. Right? Okay. Cheers, man. So I realize this might be some of you guys' first time to the channel, and if so, I really appreciate you guys stopping by. This is the first video that I've titled something along the lines of truck camping. I'm actually full-time truck camping in the back of Apple, my 2015 Toyota 4Runner, and I've been doing that now since January of 2022. It is now April 26th, and I am in Colorado, like I said earlier in the video. I've went from the southeast to California, from California back out to the southeast, and now I'm back out here in Colorado, and headed to Utah, and then Flagstaff and Vegas, and yeah, so I've got quite the itinerary. I've been overlanding, which is kind of like truck camping in the back of Apple here, since 2016, so this isn't anything really new, although I will say that I've got the setup pretty much dialed in right now, and I'll do a walk around of my full setup here. If that's something you guys are interested in, just leave a comment down below and let me know. But yeah, I've got it about dialed in as far as the modifications that I've made to the truck itself, and then as far as the modifications I've made to the living quarters here. And yeah, I'm enjoying it. So today I'm on my way to Moab for Cruise Moab, a Land Cruiser show there. I'll be hooking everybody up with Action Track's US made recovery board, making sure everybody's got the proper recovery board. Going out there, hang out with those guys, and I figured I'd take you guys along the ride with me as I go over there, kind of show you guys what a typical day in my life is. So I get up in the mornings, make some coffee, and I put it in this cup, and this cup in particular. The reason is because this cup, if you notice, has no lid to it, and it requires me to stay in one place and drink the coffee. And that requires me to stop what I'm doing, not be in a rush, and really take in the sights, scenes, and smells and sounds that are around me. And I found that that's a good practice to do first thing in the morning. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then we'll pack up and we'll head on down the road. Okay, well here, let me make that real simple for you. Tacoma. There is no other option. Can you guys believe I'm on the phone with Robbie D up in PA, and he's literally discussing with me the idea of not only getting a Ford, but a Ford Maverick. And he says it's between that and a Tacoma. Everybody go tell Robbie D he's crazy. All right, so I wanted to show you guys kind of what I'm doing here on the phone. And if you take a look, I am currently running alongside the 141. And that 141 is a scenic highway that goes from Grand Junction. And it goes, I think it goes all the way over to Utah. I'm not real sure, but I'm going to pick it up right there on that purple line that you see. And that purple line is part of the Utah Backcountry Discovery Route. I'll go over the LaSalle Mountains over here, and then come into camp, which is going to be just south of Moab down here. So it should be a pretty good drive. I'm thinking that it'll probably get technical right here once I get onto the Backcountry Discovery Route. There's probably not going to be much in way of technical stuff down the 141, although I could go straight along that ridge line here, which looks like it goes along the ridge of these mountains. It's called Divide Road. If I did that, I would say that the elevation is probably going to be so high that it's probably filled up with, yeah, it's 9,000 foot, so it's probably filled up with snow, so I won't be able to do that. But I will be able to take the 141 into Gateway, and then take the 141 down onto the Utah Backcountry Discovery Route. So it's going to be a good bit of paved road. It's going to be scenic paved road, but it'll still be fun nonetheless. And then I'll be able to head over to LaSalle's and get into camp. And I should be able to pull into camp before dark tonight and have a good meal. So let's roll. So the name of the area that I'm at, the correct name is the Dominguez Canyon Wilderness Area and the Dominguez Escalante National Conservation Area. Look at that edge, Bo. That's an edge, man. You fall down there and, well, you just keep on rolling down until your truck's flat. You know what I mean? That's crazy. Over in the southeast, man, we don't have stuff like that. Like, it's all trees and stuff. You don't really have these real drastic cliffs. Not to mention, I'm at 6,200 feet right now, and the highest point east of the Mississippi is 6,500 feet. So, yeah, we're only going to get higher from here, which is always a good thing, right? It's starting to get beautiful. You see the snow-capped LaSalle's over there. Then you got the beautiful red canyons in front of that. I mean, epic. Stopped at the local general store here in Gateway. I got myself a little snack, and my man tells me that I got a beautiful drive up ahead of me, so I'm looking forward to it. Man, look at the formation of these rocks. It's just insane how it comes out, and then like the different layers. If you can see, there's different layers of rock too. Pretty crazy, man. Nature never ceases to amaze me, you know what I mean? Alright, this looks a little bit more in my element right here. Back off-road, and we are on the Rim Rocker Trail. I don't know how long we'll be on this, but it should be cool. So I just stopped that guy because I was trying to figure out what exactly was being sprayed. I figured it was some kind of herbicide or something like that, and that's what he told me that it was. He said that he's spraying for an invasive weed that will grow in this area, Utah, Colorado area, and so they don't want this place eat up with it, so he rides around spraying for it. And I said, man, that's a fantastic job. He said, it's a great job. I mean, can you imagine riding around on a side-by-side, getting to be out in this area out here and just spraying for weed whenever you see it? I think whenever I grow up, that's going to be the job that I try to get. I don't know what the name of it is, though. I should have got the name of it from him. Based on the topography, it looks like I can go right over here to the edge of this cliff, and that's what I'm gonna do. But listen at the wind up here. I'm not going any further. I could probably go down a little bit, but I'm not going any further. That shit blew me backwards, so I'm good, man. I ain't gonna mess around and fall down this canyon. Pretty badass though, nonetheless. We're at 7,700 feet, and actually it was 7,707. Perfect. Going around the 𝐿aSalle Mountains. So 𝐿aSalle Mountains, as you can see, are covered in snow. So we're still going to be up pretty high in elevation, but we're going to be lower than the snow caps there. The scenery has been absolutely epic. I'm going to show you this view real quick because it is just unbelievably breathtaking. I mean, there's no other words to describe it. It's one of those things that if you've never experienced it, you just can't understand it. And I can try to show you guys here, but it's not the same. I'm thinking that it's gonna settle down at around 5,000 feet is kind of where the sweet spot's gonna be. And that'll be good too, because it'll be a little bit cooler. We are going to have to deal with some wind tonight, though. It looks like winds of gusts of 30 miles an hour, which have been about that way my whole time here. It just kind of seems to be what it does here as the wind blows. But all I can do for that is just try to position myself to be out of it as best as I can. It's about 3:15 now, and I usually like to start looking for camps somewhere with unfamiliar places like this. Somewhere around the 4 to 5 o'clock range. I don't want to be on these trails at night because I'm not familiar with them. I've never been out here before, so it's all brand new stuff. And the last thing you want to do is come out here and be discovering at night. You just run a lot bigger risk, particularly mechanically damaging your rod. So I won't be out here at night, but I'll start looking for camp sometime, like I said, around 4 or 5 o'clock, and then from there, start cooking dinner. Alright, so I know that I said that I didn't want to try to find a campsite until sometime around 4 o'clock or like 5 o'clock. And I understand that it's only 3:30, but you gotta look.
Yep.
So this is the campsite, right? Here's the view. That's unbelievable, bro. That is an absolutely gorgeous view. Wow. And look at this camp spot. Just set up. Pristine. I know it's only 3:30. But man. What would you guys do? Leave a comment down below. All right, so here's the current situation. This is a beautiful campsite, but it is only 3:52. I don't know that I want to stay here at the campsite. I want to keep on kind of making my trail. I'd like to go up here on this upper red line, but that way is going to be covered in snow. It goes up to close to 11,000 feet. The second line south of that is the purple line in the middle, and that way goes at around the same 10 and 11,000 feet. That said, there's going to be snow up there as well. So I can either go the orange way, which is ultimately looks like the really boring way, or I can go this bottom purple line down here, and that pretty much follows the Rim Rocker Trail all the way into Moab, which is a pretty common trail. And it's been pretty easy here, and it's still pretty low to where I don't think that's going to be covered in snow. The highest point it gets up to is around 9,100 feet, so there may be a little bit of snow, but I don't think there's a whole lot of snow. The other day I took this trail up at the very top, and that trail there wasn't a whole lot of snow, but that was only around 8,500, 9,000 feet. I'd like to find a campsite somewhere. You can see this is where I'm at right here. I'd like to find a campsite somewhere right there, or over here along that trail there. Over here, if I find a campsite, I'll be at 6,200 feet. 6,200 feet is going to be a whole lot better as far as temperatures go. You can see the winds based off this weather app that I have are coming in from the south. I hope that the winds die down some. They notoriously don't, though, unfortunately. It seems to just be one of those things that's always windy. It's always windy here. Let's see if it says what the gusts are. There it is. Wind gust up to 35 miles an hour with a steady 15 to 25 mile an hour winds. And it's really windy here. But one of the things I like about this spot is there's trees all around, so it's breaking that wind up. The trees do a fantastic job at really taking that wind and kind of, killing it. So that's one of the things that's holding me here. But as you can see, there's a long way to go. As the crow flies, it's 22 miles, so you can easily tack on another, call it another 30. So you're looking at 50 miles still to go, which will take a good part of today and probably a good part of tomorrow. So I think I'm going to keep it moving. If I can push it though until about 5:30, that'd be good. That's the current situation. I'm definitely marking this down though for a future campsite, because this is a phenomenal campsite. Yeah. Unfortunately, you guys are gonna have to go find it yourself. I'm not gonna tell you where it's at, but I'll tell you, it's a phenomenal campsite. Man, all these pine trees starting to remind me of the southeast, my home turf. On the map, it says that is a lake. Oh. There's the lake. Damn. Pretty cool though. They got some sites over there that you can go be by the lake. Not a bad little spot. Very picturesque, you know what I mean? Also another good area to be just passing up at 4 o'clock, but I think it's alright, man. It's all good. That's a pretty spot. That's more pretty spots, rather. Only 4 o'clock. Got a lot of driving to go. Damn, look at the size of that tree. Let the wind be blowing these things over quick like. Yeah, so up here I got to make the decision whether or not I want to go left or if I want to go to the right. To the right takes me up to higher elevation. To the left will take me into lower elevation. As you can see up there on the right, it's pretty snow-capped. So I'm just going to stick to the left here, go to the lower elevation. Oh, this looks like it might have a little obstacle or three. Nice. I'll tell you what we can be thankful for. We can be thankful for the fact that it is not raining, because as you can see, this is some of that real sticky mud. Whenever it rains out here in these places, it's a different type of mud, man. It's hard to explain, but it's tacky, real tacky. Rocky. It's like monotonous rocky. You know what I mean? Like just banging around. My current speed right now is 8 miles an hour, and that's right there at the comfort threshold as far as bouncing around and just destroying your shit. I really wish I had long travel. If I had long travel, then I could probably go a little faster, which would be alright. Be nice, but it is what it is. I am starting to get a bit concerned. So I'm using Gaia, and I'm using the backcountry discovery route. That's what I'm kind of loosely going on here. And the rim rocker is part of the backcountry discovery route. It runs from Montrose to Moab. And the section that says rim rocker trail on Gaia, on part of that backcountry discovery route, says it's 157 miles, which that's a long way, but I don't know where it starts and ends, so I can't really tell. And the reason that that's significant is, well, that actually, because it's a route, it actually takes in all of the miles instead of just, you know, like as the crow flies or whatever. So it's taking into account all these little windies and shit like that we're doing. The reason that's of concern, though, is because I am currently down to a quarter tank of gas. And this seems to be a pretty common occurrence out here. It seems that I'm often running low on gas. So I need to find a way that I can carry at least 5 extra gallons, maybe 10 extra gallons of gas. 10 extra gallons gets you another 100 miles. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to carry 10, but at least carry 5, which gets you 50 miles, you know, at least, right? When you start putting it 4-wheel drive and stuff like that, you don't get as good a gas mileage, and your mileage is kind of wonky at that point in time. Also, I think my mileage is kind of wonky anyway because of the 33s. At any rate, it's telling me that I've got 123 miles before I'm empty, which I should be good, but that's, you know, it's pushing it. I hate when I'm out in the middle of nowhere and I see the gas tank go down to a quarter of a tank. It's just never real refreshing. I need to figure that out. I need to fix that. I need to come up with a better solution. All right, so current situation. It is 6:36 and I'm on the edge of this little canyon here. I am looking for camp, so I'll go down through or into this canyon, I guess, and then probably come out the other side. I'm hoping that I can find a spot that has some signal. I see a cell phone tower over across the way, so it'd be cool if I could get some signal at camp. That would, it always makes camp nice, you know, and watch TV and mess around on the internet and stuff like that. After all, whenever you're doing this full time, man, it's nice to have those things. You know, if I was not doing this full time and I was wanting to get away from all that stuff, then I'd completely understand going and specifically finding places without signal. But doing it full time, it's nice to have signal, man. I know that I won't get signal inside of this canyon, so I'm gonna have to get out of this. Like I said, it's 6:30 now. Still at around a quarter tank of gas. My cruising range is right at 111 miles. So we're getting down there. I start stressing out whenever it's below 100 and I'm out like this. So hopefully we don't get down to below 100, but it is what it is. Down here looking for a campsite, but it doesn't look like I'm going to continue going up that trail. I don't know. Alright, maybe I will. So I'm super stoked because not only did I find a campsite, but I found a campsite with signal. There's like a cell phone tower right over there, and I've got really good signal. But I also found a campsite that's level, and it's got beautiful, beautiful scenery. What more could you ask for? Really? Really? Could you ask for more? I don't think so. Let's make some food though, because I'm hungry. It's always fun whenever you open up the back deck after a day of riding and you just see dust everywhere. Oof. This is always a fun dance. Trying to figure out how to get this thing level. Good news is there's an app for that. Level. Dude, I've never had so many gnats out here. This is crazy. Gnats aren't all that bad, right? Source of protein? I don't know. It just seems that they've got everywhere to fly in the world, and they just want to be right in your nose and your face. I know what I'm going to do. So one of the ways that I stay clean in between showers when I'm out on long trips is I use these. These are Venture wipes. They're like individually wrapped baby wipes, except for they're 12 by 12. They never go dry because they're individually wrapped, and they're made out of all natural products. So if you get sensitive skin like I've got, then these work out really well. They don't leave you sticky like baby wipes do. They don't leave you smell like a baby like baby wipes do. Pretty good. I like them. I've been using them this entire trip now, and I enjoy them. I enjoy them better than I do baby wipes, and I've been using baby wipes for a long time. If you want some, go check out Venture wipes. #DirtHappens. You can also check them out on Amazon. I'll leave all the links down in the description below, but by entering SirWilliamGoes, you get 10% off of a pack. Like I said, they're individually wrapped. They're 12 by 12, and I only need one per use for my entire body, which is pretty nice. They run about $1 a piece, but if you enter in SirWilliamGoes, you get 10% off. Venture wipes. Now, the same company makes bug defense wipes, and I've not used these yet because, well, I haven't been in a spot that has required me to use them, but I'm going to use one tonight. I'm going to wipe my face and my head down in it and see if I can't get rid of some of these gnats. I'm gonna have to use a Venture wipe for sure tonight though, because I am all kind of damn dirty. Golly, y'all see it coming off on the thing here. It smells good. This is all natural stuff too, so that's good. Get it all over my head. Whew, I bet that thing's dirty. Let's see. Oh yeah, that thing's real dirty. Ugh. I need to use a Venture wipe later on. But let's get back to cooking. Alright, so for tonight, I'm not gonna be making anything too crazy. I'm just gonna be making some chicken and some rice. Nice, quick, easy deal. So I got my rice and I got some chicken bog that I'm gonna cook it in. That'll also save me on some water. So change of plans. Looks like we're gonna be having hamburger helper because this meat is very close to going bad if it's not already. I mean, it smells like hamburger meat, but it's about as gray as day, son. That shit's gray, dog. Let's see. Still pink in the middle the way I like it, though. Shit, I'm gonna cook it, man. I mean, I guess if I get the Hershey squirts out here on the trail, I'm gonna have to be digging. That's just all I don't know what else, you know. Pro tip is, if you can make your setup to where you don't have to move anything to get to other things, then do that, because moving shit around is a pain in the ass. All right, we just got to cook that hamburger till it turns brown, which is like 2 seconds, because it's starting out brown. Meals like this are quick and simple. You just got to bring the meat with you, and if you got a fridge like the 𝐼𝐶𝐭 fridge, then it's easy to do. Fridge is an absolute game changer. If you're looking for a fridge, there's a link down in the description below to save up to like 150 bucks off of an 𝐼𝐶𝐭. So I highly recommend a fridge. But if you don't have a fridge, then you can still make this quick and easy at camp. All you need is just the beef, and then the hamburger helper, and then 2 3/4 cup of water. So pretty simple stuff. Chili mac happens to be one of my favorites too. And you know, quite honestly, man, you could get all the stuff to make your own chili mac and make your own hamburger helper, but it costs so much more. Like, it really does. So, do whatever you feel like doing, but I'm going with the helper. That sucks, man, because both my packages of beef look like this. So, I hope that they're not bad. Guess we're gonna find out. One of the things I always talk about when it comes to my love for the mountain style stoves over at Camp Chef is the simmer control. And it's key when you're cooking stuff like this, especially in a cast iron, because it's easy to get a cast iron too hot too quick, you know? Check out that simmer. That's nice, right? This is the Camp Chef Everest 2. I had the Mountaineer, and the Mountaineer was nice. It was just big. And the fit and finish wasn't as good as this. They have the same burners, so I was like, man, this is like half the price of the Mountaineer. But Mountaineer is nice. It's just I like the Everest 2 better. It's mainly because of the size that it is. It's a little bit more compact, so it's a little easier for me to carry around. That's looking nice, looking nice. I need 2 and 3 cups of water. And the way that I'm going to do that is I've got this little guy here, Stanley. Comes with 2 little green cups that are, I think they're 10 ounces a piece. 2 and 3 cups, I mean, I don't know. Let's see, it's 16 ounces. Yeah, 20 would be fine. Man, this was my specialty back in high school for sure. I could cook you any kind of damn hamburger helper you wanted, boys. It's actually a really good deal. I mean, other than, you know, it's not the best for you in the world, but shit, neither is anything else. Try not to make a mess. I'm usually good at that part. The making a mess, not the trying not to. New stove, new me, man. I'm trying to keep this thing clean and not have shit spilling all over it. Because inevitably you get shit spilled on the burners, man, and it like to never come off. While that's simmering, I'm going to go ahead and commence to my nightly activities. This is Bootstrap Brewing Insane Rush India Pale Ale, 7.6% alcohol. I got it at the little general store that I stopped at down in Gateway. Now, I'm going to tell you it's probably shook. I was right. But we're going to see how it tastes. Not bad. Cheers. Trifling ass koozie. I don't even want to go on there. So check this. Over there, that's Moab. Down in that valley over there. Pretty cool, huh? I don't know what this is down here. This is something. Ooh, my chili mac looking good, y'all. I'm gonna put some cheese in there just in case that grease loosens your boy up. Maybe that cheese will mend everything back together so that way we can hold off till tomorrow when we get into Moab. So the bug wipes actually do feel like that they're working. I haven't had any bugs bothering me since I put them on, so I'd say that's a win. I already knew that the 𝐕venture wipes were good, but that's the first time I tried the bug defense, and I'm impressed. It works. I don't know how long it would work, particularly if you're sweating, but that's pretty much how all that natural stuff is. Yum. Chili mac. Check out this view. So I think we all can agree that doing dishes is a pain in the ass, and it doesn't matter where you're at. Nobody likes doing dishes, but whenever you're out here and water is limited, doing the dishes becomes even more of a chore. So one of the best things that I know to do to reduce, not completely eliminate, but reduce the amount of dishes that you have to do is try to make everything in one pot. And that's basically the reason that I cook with cast iron as much as I do. So pro tip, use cast iron, use one pot. The leftovers are going here in Stanley, and the reason I'm putting them in there is because I don't have anything else. This is the only thing that I have, and I can close it up like that and lock it, and now I don't have to worry about those roads tomorrow knocking this thing around and making it come loose. And I also used it as a measuring cup, remember? So, cool little piece. Grab you a Stanley. Get some light on the situation. If you do get this stove, make sure that you keep the cardboard piece, because without it, then it rattles back and forth, but with it, it doesn't rattle as bad. My coffee maker gave me the last problems it's ever going to give me this morning. So in the morning, I don't have any way to make coffee. It's sad, but I'm thinking that if I can get down there at a decent amount of time, then I can go to the Maverick and I can get some coffee and gas, which I also need. Packed up. Now all I got to do in the morning is just strap everything up and get ready to roll. This is why I like such an easy setup. More time to drink IPAs. Dinner was good. I got to watch the sunset. Got to enjoy a good greasy meal. So now I'm about to venture wipe off and then hop up into the bed. Probably call it an evening. I got signal, so I can do Netflix and chill. I could do YouTube. Possibilities are endless. But first I need to clean off, so venture wipe time. I'll spare you guys the detail. I feel much better now that I've gotten a little wiped off. Tonight's gonna be nice too. So not only do we have this perfect campsite that's beautiful, but the temperatures are gonna be like 56 or something like that, which is perfect. I mean, that's like pristine camping weather. 70s during the day. You can't really get any better than that. And that's the reason that Moab is so popular around this time of the year. All right, so let's go over some stats real quick before the battery dies, and then I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Today I traveled 118 miles, almost 119, for a total time of 9.5 hours. Of course, I wasn't moving that entire time. Looks like the average speed was 12.5. As you can see, my stop time was 3 hours and 45 minutes. That was various different times I stopped and either set up the camera or had a phone call or whatever. So my average moving speed was actually only 20 miles an hour. So that means that for 5 hours and 47 minutes, I was averaging only 20 miles an hour, that's crazy. Let's see, max speed 72 miles an hour. That's why I was on 141, and the max elevation was somewhere around 8,600 feet, which is pretty crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording, and I'm going to delete the track because that's what I do each and every time. If anything exciting happens, I'll grab for you guys, but otherwise I will catch you guys in the manana. Peace. Good morning. We're waking up to some strong winds this morning. Strong. I ain't got nothing to do here but just pack up and move out. I think there's some kind of animal trying to get my trash that's attached to the receiver hitch. I keep hearing this weird noise, so I'm gonna get out there and check on that, and then strap everything down and go into Moab. They're talking about 15-20 mile an hour winds with 30-35 mile an hour wind gusts today, so windy. I'm glad we didn't have to deal with this last night though, because that would have made cooking not as great as it was. So ultimately last night we had fantastic weather. Even sleeping it was fantastic weather. It's still fantastic weather. It's not cold, it's not hot. The wind is just kind of aggravating, but not much you can do about that. It gets windy out here. So I'm going to go ahead and pack up and head down into Moab and see what Moab's got to offer. Let's roll. Looks like I was right. Something was trying to eat the damn trash. That's my fault. I shouldn't have left it out here. Absolutely imperative that everything is strapped down. The last thing you want in the event of like a rollover or something like that is this shit coming up and hitting you in the head. The cot, I think it's okay. All the stuff on top of the cot is soft, but the cot does fold down into a small compact thing. Now, there's nothing to secure the small compact cot down after I do that, so that's the reason that I think it's actually better off whenever it's left out like this. These water jugs, I bought this one thinking that it was going to be better than those blue ones. I've busted no less than 3 of those blue ones, and this one looks like it's going to end up biting the dust too. So I'd never bought one of those really expensive $60, $70 water jugs, and the reason is because they're too high. But I bought 4 or 5 of these $27 water jugs. So you do the math and tell me if you think it's too high. I think I'd have been better off with the $60, $70 one. It is what it is, man. Alright. 30 minutes and 16 miles later, I am into the city of Moab. Hey, listen, I really appreciate you guys watching this video. If you liked it, make sure that you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more like it. If you have an interest of any of the products that I use while I full-time overland around the country, be sure to check the description as I leave a link to all those products down there. Many and most of the links down there are affiliate links, meaning I do get paid a small commission that's not charged you, and it just kind of helps put gas in Apple as I travel around, so I really appreciate it. Until next time, you guys keep hanging in there like a hair on a biscuit, and remember, you could be happy if you have a mind to. Peace, y'all.